Once again, we made it back out to the desert. We're fairly close by to San Diego, about 2 hours away, or give or take. It's wild how the desert always has so many different things to look for when you know what you're looking for specifically. So we've come out here before multiple times, and it's rained a few times, so the ground is more visible with all the different minerals and rocks and stuff that are laying around. And people are having fun on their off-road vehicles as well in the back. What's wild is in the desert here, wouldn't have actually thought of it, but they're everywhere, you know, different types of rock crystals and different things like that. But out here, in this expanse, it just goes miles and miles. You'd be surprised. Last time we came out here, I was looking around down at the ground. I was looking at all the different rocks, seeing what there were, and I was very shocked. I was just passing by, I was trying to find reds and greens and things. But what really got me was seeing the familiar patterns in some of the rocks. Thinking to myself when I was out here last time, those look super familiar, but I can't place what they're from. I'm looking down at them. If you just take a look at these rocks, you can see it looks like a normal rock, right? Hard as a rock. It's got all these little divots and everything else in it, but it looks like patterns of some sort. There's a piece of petrified wood that Megan found, and there's some other pieces of good rocks. Needless to say, out here last time I was looking at all these rocks, and I was thinking to myself, why does this pattern look familiar to me? And as I was looking down at some of them, I was like, wait a second, I've seen this somewhere before. So as I was thinking that in my head, I looked closely at these rocks, and the patterns are the same patterns that I see on coral when I scuba dive. And so I'm thinking to myself, how on earth is this possible? So out in the middle of this desert, all these rocks in the ground, I'm looking at them closely, and more of them. Such as I just found this just now. It's a small piece of a seashell. If you can't see that, you see the design on it. This entire desert area was a coral reef, covered in coral reefs all around here. And we're literally right near the mountain range over there, as you can see. On the other side is San Diego. And it's just impressive, the amount of coral that you find. You find green, you find red, orange, pink, you find gray, you find all sorts. And on top of it, you find petrified wood everywhere. So it's super neat to just look around for it. And you use a spray bottle, spray it on it, you can see the different patterns and designs, and to find and see what this coral looks like. Right here, we got a piece of petrified wood. It's dark. All right, look at this thin piece right here. But look at the patterns and the designs on it. And don't tell me that's not a piece of a fan coral, some type of coral that was very thin and jutting out from a coral reef. Super impressive. All right, see this piece for instance? You can see the way it's kind of shaped. It is broken, but if you look at it, there's like pink here, and out of it is like more tannish. Take a look at it closer. You can see the patterns on it of the coral, and as you look at it in the light, you can totally see the coral shapes, the structures in it, and how it was jutting out of the wall, just like this, or like this. right, here we go. Here's some more of that pink coral. You got the design right there. Let's spray it so we can kind of see it a little bit better. Oh, it's a nice big one. And then as you see here, right there, that is a nice big piece of green coral as well. So going slowly, I was walking along. It's just wild what you can pick out when you really look at it. But I found this piece. I've come from the south, where I'm always around Charleston, South Carolina, Edisto, South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, and I know what oysters look like. And when I take a look at this rock right here, this is the back part of an oyster right there. And when you flip it over to the other side, it's got that consistency of the back end of an oyster. Pretty sure I found another oyster. It's very rock hard and solid. Has like everything out here, but if you look at it, you got the shape, the back end, right? And you got the front end right here. And you pick it up and you literally have an oyster, but it's all rock hard solid. And then right next to it, you got another piece of green coral. It's hard to tell, but you spray it a little bit with water, and you just pick it up in the sunlight. You take a look, and you got that green glint of coral. And look, another piece of coral just in the ground. You can tell by the patterns here on it. Nice coral. I just get so excited. All right, walking around, I found another oyster, back piece of an oyster. Let's take a look at it. And you see it right here. You see the back, how it looks. You can see the look of the oyster and the shell. And just pick it up on this side. You can tell it's oyster. How it flakes. It's got the same flakes on it as you would have on a regular oyster. We got another interesting piece of coral right here. Kind of see the patterns on it and the different patterns that it makes. You can see some of the grays as well. The grays all have it. If you look close enough. The grays and the patterns. Alright, what type of a rock is skinny and pinkish orangish and looks like this? And if you look at it, it's a small little piece of coral. And look at this green. Great, another piece of coral, another great find.